Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. It is Tina at Tina Stitches. This is a channel about cross stitch. Not a lot of anything else, if ever. Embroidery, yes, maybe some quilting, very little knitting or crochet. I don't think I've even ever showed some of that. I have done it in the past, but not recently. And I've been doing this for a little while now. And we have a visitor. We have two visitors. Get easy. And Gidget. And hopefully they'll stay quiet. Shut the door. Now you're locked in here. Yes, you are. Okay, so one of them wants to check it out, the other one is scared of it. So what have we been doing? I made notes. Hopefully this won't be as discombobulated as the last one was. I was all over the place, forgetting things. I forgot lots of things. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming back. If you're a subscriber, welcome. If you're new, I hope you like what you see and hit that subscribe button. So, where shall I start? Where shall I start? My last video was a week ago. I guess I should tell you the day. It is Sunday, March the 7th, and it is 4 in the afternoon. Still light out, so I'm in the bedroom again because craft room is occupied and there's people in the house. And I don't like doing this when there's people in the house, but I want to stay on top of it. So I was hoping said people would go for a walk or something, but nope. So we're just gonna dig into this pile of stuff and show you what I got. First thing I'm going to show you is, I should start at the top of the pile, but those are actually part plans. The pile is upside down. So, for Caroline's birthday, from Caroline from the monthly magazine challenge group, she's one of the moderators, and it's her birthday month, and so the theme for the month is blue. And for this project, it's supposed to be from a magazine. I don't have a whole lot of whips that are from magazines, so I decided to find one and make it fit. And this one is already started and it needs some love, so I figured it's a good time to give it some love. Welcome, English Garden Welcome by Teresa Wentzler. I have not looked to see if this is available as a separate chart or as a PDF download from patternsonline.com, but hey, go have a look. It is in the June 1999 issue. That's what the cover looks like, of Just Cross Stitch. I've had this since June of 1999 and wanted to stitch it, and what the heck. So I gathered all of my supplies that I needed and started this back in September I started it last year for the monthly magazine challenge, and I'm just working on it as a whip now. And I'm going to move threads out of the way because I am parking. Even though it's Teresa Wentzler and it's blended colors, I am still parking. Only because they're blends and I don't have a scrap of fabric set aside yet for storing a blend when it's not being used. Here's where it was last time you saw it. And here it is now. So the background trees were done up to here. Might have been all the way across. But the gazebo and all the greenery inside here is all new. And I know technically they're gray, but that was close to blue. So I was like, that's what I'm going to work on. So my goals in the monthly magazine challenge are 3 days. Unless I have a specific area that I want to get done. So 3 days, maybe even 4 that I worked on that. And that was decent progress. I didn't count the stitches. So that's where that one's at. Next one that I worked on for the magazine challenge. I had a rough time with this one. Really rough. It was not cooperating. I'm working on Beautitudes by My Big Toe. Forgot to mention, the welcome is 28 count, even weave from my stash, probably mushroom Lagana, or Monaco, or off-white Monaco. It's 28 count, even weave. This is being stitched on 22 count hardanger fabric with 2 threads over 1 square, using Threadworks and Gentle Arts. Threadworks 1024 and Gentle Arts Cranberry. Here's where it was when you last saw it. Here it is now. So when you last saw it, this was already done, except for that motif and these words, and a little bit of border. That's what I did. And when I was done these motifs, I went to that letter. And because it was the closest to a good reference point. So let's just get in close on this. Need a pointing tool. So this part of the A was right. And then this part here, I messed up. I did 2 sets of 2 and then continued this pattern. Got down here and realized it's messed up. Had to frog it all back to here. Started again, and then I put 3 sets of 2 and a single stitch, and then continued this pattern all the way around. Get to here, realized it's wrong again, frogged it again, decided to come over here and work on some of these lettering before I get really frustrated and put it away for good. Came back over here, started again, and went up. It was already at the 3 sets of 2 that it was supposed to be, and then I continued this, but I had it attached, or just, it was in a line with, and I continued this pattern and realized once again, frogging again. So pulled it all out to there, and then I worked on these letters, and then I came back to this and stitched it properly. 4 times that A has been stitched for lamb in the monthly magazine challenge. So there it is. This is going away. I'm still loving this project. It was just annoying to have to frog it that many times. The goal for this project for the year is to have these 2 pages completely finished, and this is on both pages, above and below. This here is the bottom of this, like this is on the next page, so there's going to be blessed across here, and then the word God in here, and then border work, and then that's all I have planned for this year, for this project. It'll get there. I feel like I do get a lot done on this when it does get pulled out. Floss. And it's only 2 colors, so it's not a whole lot of color change like Welcome is. I'm going to let the dog out. Okay, so those are the 2 projects that I worked on for the monthly magazine challenge. The next one that I worked on is my daily morning routine piece. I don't call it my daily 30 because it's never 30. It's usually less, more like 17, 18 minutes. Lately, I've had it set for 20. Been doing good. And this is Beloved. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it looked like last time you saw it. And here it is now. So, what can I say about this one? I've worked filling in her lips and across here, getting into, I believe that's his cuff. Yeah, a little bit of fur on his coat there. And I also came over here and did some black because there is about 24,000 black stitches left to do, so really need to get over there and do some of that before I don't want to do that. So work on some black and then work on some not black. I believe the only area I worked in has been from here over to here. It's probably about 1,000 stitches. Two strands of DMC floss over one thread, 25 count, even weave. I can never remember the type of fabric. There's the orange stripe. I can't remember what that means. It's a brand. I can't remember. So much for not being discombobulated, and now this is not going to want to stand up. There we go. Okay, so what else? I know there's one thing that you guys thought that I would have finished. I don't. The reason being, I decided to go in my own direction and not use the beads that I had found, which are from other kits. So what I'm talking about is finishing Sweetheart Trees Bumblebee Fob. I was working on this for my lunch project in weeks previous. Got to the point where it's beading and the specialty stitches, and I decided to try something different. Stray from the designer's decisions. Oh no. So I didn't know why go with red. What was the significance of the red beads in this particular project? Because there's no red flowers, there's no red thread, but the red beads are in among the flowers and around the outside edge. If I had thought about this before, I would have changed the blue flowers, where is it? Right there. Those blue flowers, I might have changed to be a bright yellow and put a black bead in them and make them a sunflower, because all of a sudden I have a thing about sunflowers and didn't think about that. That's okay. But like I said, I wasn't so crazy about the red. So I went into my stash and I found 3 bead colors. These are in the size of, well, the color code starts with 4, 40 or 42, because they're petite glass beads. The colors I found that I thought I could use trying to hold these are here. So it's an ivory and a gold and a blue, and the original pattern only calls for 2 colors, but I thought, well, will I use the gold or will I use the ivory? Will I use the blue? I really don't know. So I started it and I started to doubt myself and put it away. And now that I pulled it out to show you, I'm like, that looks good. So what will I do? Stay tuned. Anyways, you want to see where I got? That's where I got. I stitched the little bit of gold and blue beads around the center bee. See, the problem that I'm having is the blue beads are not standing out. They are at the front and rear of the butterfly and top and bottom. Butterfly, bumblebee, bumblebee. So that's my dilemma. The blue beads are not really showing up, and maybe that's why she went with red, right? Red pops. And my favorite color is red, so I don't know why I'm having this dilemma. So there's that. So because I didn't have that for my lunchtime project, I had to find another lunchtime project. I had considered starting another Sweetheart Tree Viscornu on this same piece of fabric, which is also why I haven't continued with beading, because to make the most of this fabric, I should have everything stitched on it before I cut it. I can't stitch more things with beads on it. I could, but then moving the hoop is not great. So I'm procrastinating, face it. I always get to that stage where it's so close to being done. It's not done. Yeah, I have a couple projects, just do a day's worth of work on it and it'll be done. So anyways, like I said, that was done, so I had to find a new project. So back when, I don't know, within the last year, I had placed a 1-2-3 order, and this was on the sale tag part of the site. So I bought it. It was in my cupboard. I feel a sneeze coming on. And because I'm not going to bead at work, I just grabbed this, grabbed a pair of scissors, threw it in my purse, because honestly this fits in my purse. I don't need a whole project bag. Man, I couldn't think of that word. Okay, so this is what I took to work to start. I figured it's a Viscornu, it can't be that big. It's a Riolis kit. Viscornu Dawn 8x8 cross stitch kit. It's a Russian kit. And I opened it up at work. And it was not easy to open, so it's a bit mangled. And this is how I'm taking it to work. There's my spare pair of scissors, some hot lips, and took it out at work. I started to sort everything. It comes with beads, pink beads. Yeah, and floss card, all sorted. This is 6-strand embroidery floss. It says that it's Anchor brand. I'm not going to say it's not. And the fabric is, what is the fabric? I'm going to say it's 25 count. Maybe it's 28 count. But I didn't realize how big this was going to be. Sorry, I'm trying to find the pattern with the fabric size. 25 count. Colored Zweigart Lugana fabric. Anchor stranded cotton. Metallic thread and beads and needles. And I thought it's just a little Biscornu kit. So this is a new start, so there's no, here's where it was before. But here it is now. Did not realize this was going to be stitched over one on 25 count. That's a week's worth of work. That is from the center out to the edge. And up to the middle. So that little swirl down there and over. That's here and across. Admittedly, I don't think I worked on this Friday. So 4 days of lunch. One strand over one full X. And the back is also stitched. But this is, the edge is stitched and then the center is back stitched with the gold metallic. It's a beautiful project. Will I continue working on it at lunch? Sure. It's not really a great lunchtime project because it is a lot more involved than I originally thought. But I worked on Sweetheart Trees at lunch, so the only reason I didn't work on another Sweetheart Tree is because it's not kitted up, ready to throw in a bag and go. So there's that. I'll have to start a little photo file folder for that one now. It's a whip. So that is my 5 things that I've worked on all week. My plans include dyeing some fabric when it gets here. If it doesn't get here, then I guess I won't be doing that. I placed an order. It's supposed to be here Thursday. We'll see. If I get that fabric dyed, this is the fabric that I'm going to be using for letters. Letras by Gigi, the sexy sampler. I'm also going to be stitching that still with the Anchor Black, so that's also in that order. I ordered 35 or 36 count linen, so we'll see how that goes. Give that a try. The 28 count, I wasn't crazy about it. I'm afraid that's not gonna happen. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful pattern, but I just need to find the right fabric. So that's, speaking of that, because I'm not stitching it, I'm falling behind. I am going to insert a picture here of where Janine, my stitching buddy, is on hers. She has been dedicating a day a week to it, and I think that's a great plan, and that's what I think I will do when I get my fabric sorted out. So here's Janine's progress picture for S by Letras by Gigi. Now, for my other plans, I do have a couple of projects pulled out, ready to go, because I'm the kind of person, if it's not ready to go, I might switch. So, this one I'm going to use for 2 letters in the monthly magazine challenge. I'm going to use it for B. I had said I was going to do something. I was going to do Beautitudes for B last week in the video. And then I remembered, no, I'm not, because I'm going to do the Bullion Stitch, the Soup Stitch, Bullion. And this is in my embroidery scissors pattern, which I would like to get finished this year. The Bullion Stitch is over here. It's the roses. And as I was prepping this for the Bullion Stitch, I realized there's an interlacing running stitch as well over here on the other side of the scissors. So there's I and there's B, because I'm crazy in doing both the lion and the lamb part of the monthly magazine acrostic, which I don't think I explained very well earlier. Sorry. For March, it's lion or lamb. Pick projects that will match those L-A-M-B or L-I-O-N, and pick your own goal and work on those projects. For me, it's, like I said, 3 days or a certain area. So this one would be to get the Bullion Stitch done and the interlacing running stitch. So I have it all ready to go. Here's where it was when you last saw it. And here it is now, ready to go. And I don't know why I inserted a picture where you last saw it, because nothing has changed here except a little blue mark right there. So I did get a fabric pen, a DMC brand fabric pen, to draw in the freelance stitching like it said. But because the chart has the Bullion Stitch pretty clearly marked, and when I went to mark where it is, the fabric pen is kind of wide and not accurate. So that's why I'm just going to use the chart, do the stitches. I will use the fabric pen for the couching stitch, which is like I don't want to have to follow a chart for that one, I think. So I'll pull out the fabric pen at that time. But I think the rest of these stitches that I'm doing now, I can do without the pen, and I will put in the lettering for those names. So it's going to be over here, and it's going to be over here, and then we won't have that much left to get this one finished. The scissors are almost finished. There's just some back stitching down the one side. Needle minder I made myself. So that's one plan. I think I'm going to start that one tonight. The other plan is for N in lion, just Nan with my needle. This is another project that I want to have finished this year. I'm very close. I have up to that row. Yeah, that row of flowers is finished. The next row is Specialty Stitch, which is finished, and then there's this of the stitching hours is what it says. So here's my starting point, because I have it here. It's all framed up, ready to go. So there's that Specialty Stitch I was talking about, and then down here is going to be of the stitching hours. This one I'm going to give 3 evenings. So if I get that line done, I'm not sure. I may get more than that line. So 3 evenings. I don't know if I have enough time for both of those projects in the 1 week, but if it goes into the next week, I'm fine with that. I would really like to also, like I said, work on letters. That is my L. Letters is lion and lamb L. I have till the end of March, so that's good. That's everything. Showed you all my whips, all of my new starts, my dilemma, and what am I going to do about that Bumblebee fob, and my plans. I have no haul because that's on the way, and yeah, life update, not a whole lot going on. It's getting warmer, way warmer. We went for a walk today. It was started off as we were going for a walk. It ended up being a hike that was over a mile long in rough terrain. Not horribly rough, like there was no rocky edges or anything like that. It was just a winding trail through the woods, kind of a hike. So we came out a lot closer to town than we thought we were going to, which was nice because we were done. So we're definitely going to do that hike a little bit more. Puppies really liked it. As soon as we got home, I was like, I should have taken some pictures, but I didn't. And it's the way it is. So if I go out there again, when I go out there again, I will try to remember to take some pictures. And I mean, there was nothing extraordinary today. It was just a winter forest walk. So maybe next time it'll be a glorious sunset or something, but not today. I don't want to walk in the woods at sunset either. So until next time, happy stitching, stay safe, be kind to each other, and I'll see you next time. And don't forget, like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment, tell me what you want to see. If you've been waiting for something for me to show, let me know. I know there's a lot of projects that I need to work on. So I'm just one person. Happy stitching, everybody. Bye.